at this YouTube stuff. I'm not gonna lie. It's been almost a month, or maybe a month, over a month or something. Not real sure how long it's been. Life has been life, and I just dropped a short video kind of explaining what's been going on. Just gonna do kind of a real quick run through with you guys about that as well. Just in case you guys don't catch that video or whatever, or maybe some people like to watch the YouTube lives more, whatever the whole gist may be, whatever it is the circumstance may be for you. If you didn't watch the video, I'm going to go over it right now. So if anybody watches this show, they know that I have a 2018 Nissan Titan with 5.0 Cummins in it. It's a midnight edition. That fuel pump actually just went out on me about 3 weeks ago, and I've been waiting for the OEM fuel pump to come in to the dealership. So actually waiting on that. It should be in by Monday. Monday I'll pick it up and I'll get my truck towed out there to 1015 in Westerville, Texas, out there to Integrated Performance. That way Joe can go ahead and get his mechanics on it, drop the fuel cell and the fuel tank, and then go ahead and remove both of those fuel pumps, because I went ahead and purchased both of them already, since my truck does have two of them. So I went ahead and did that. Unfortunately, I was also on September 13th, I was also in a pretty bad car accident. I didn't post anything. I didn't write about it. I didn't record anything like that. I was actually driving the Chevy Traverse, the 2021 Chevy Traverse, and I was gonna go get a haircut real quick. And yeah, a car, which is another Chevy Traverse, actually ended up ramming me. They hit me, and they actually ended up like braking. The back wheel got torn off, and the back passenger door was also torn off, and I ended up having to do a lot of work. But like I said, I like working on cars. I have a passion for working on cars as well, not just welding and steel erecting. So I actually used a couple come-alongs, got some eye bolts, and pulled all that steel out. And as for the frame, and yeah, I was able to get it pretty much all the way where I needed to. I spent about $600 when I found a door from a different Traverse. It was silver, and it was a paint shop in Alamo, Texas, and for about 300 bucks, he was able to color match it to my vehicle. So now I just installed it and it's ready to go. It took me about 4 days to go get all the materials and all that. All the parts, that way I can go ahead and fix the tire. First of all, the suspension, I got it aligned as well. And then got the steering wheel centered up with the alignment, and then I went and did all the work on the body and paint. So the quarter panel looks good, the door looks good, it shuts good, everything's working. I have not been posting so much for the steel erection on the job sites because the substations out there in Corpus Christi, the northwest side one and the south side one, are actually months behind schedule. The guys that were doing the foundation out there are the same company that's actually doing what's up, dirt bikes ride. What's up, big dog? How you doing? Hopefully you're staying blessed up, my dog. Actually, those guys that were doing the cement, they seem to have ordered a bad batch of CMU blocks. So they said it was counterfeit. When it got there, the 18-wheelers, actually the pallet was the only thing that was still intact. All the CMU block was all crushed by just the pressure underneath those straps on the 18-wheelers. So that's really not good at all, obviously. So those job sites, unfortunately, have been behind schedule for about 2 months now. So we're gonna Lucifer Gaming, what's up, man? Lucifer Gaming, man, what's up with you, man? Hopefully you're staying blessed up and staying safe out there, staying hard. Went ahead and sent Andrew Jackson. He's actually my foreman. I hired him a couple months ago. He's been running the crews for me, so he's actually been doing the day-to-day things out there, going to the contractor meetings and all that. I've been bidding a lot more work. I'm actually going to be opening up another faction back over here in the valley. I'm going to try and start doing some barn dominiums. I am not safe here. That's not good, Lucifer Gaming. You know what I mean? That's not good. Pray to Jesus, baby. Rabbi, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name right. Rabbi Ishtak. Hi, whatever your name is, Rabbiah. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Hopefully staying blessed and having a great Friday. You know what I mean? And having a great life right now. It's a beautiful day right now, beautiful evening. So unfortunately, back to the job sites. Unfortunately, they've been a couple weeks behind schedule out there, and so we're just gonna keep on working at it to get these projects where they need to be. And obviously, like I said, I'm gonna try and start a faction out here in the valley. So hopefully I can get a whole crew hired out here. I do know a couple guys. They actually helped me on a couple other job sites. He's gonna see if he can make his way out here, and I'm probably gonna be hiring him as the foreman out here in the valley, and just get him a whole crew and get him tooled up with a trailer, tools, a machine, and all that good stuff, and get him out there to work. So that's really one of my priorities right now. Let me see what else we're working on. So the truck is gonna go to the mechanics. I got the Traverse fixed up. Oh, on the other side, I guess it's not so much working wise, but on the other side, I have been running 3 miles every morning now. I'm actually been doing like a little bit of a challenge to try and get myself in a healthier state of mind and also physically and stuff like that. So, um, give me the fact. Give me the gift. So give me the fact. I don't know what that means, brother. Your body weight. I'm everything. My body weight. My head, man. I started running because I wanted to make sure I could clear my mind. I used to run about 6 miles every morning a couple of years ago, and I stopped doing that. I gained weight. For the last month, I've been running 3 miles every morning, and I do 300 jumping jacks and things of that nature. Do burpees and all that stuff. I'm trying to get my physical back and my mental back into a safe place. That way, I can go ahead and just optimize myself every day and try to do the best. You know what I mean? You mean don't be fat? No, I don't mean fat. I want to have my mental state very well. You know what I mean? And I don't really. There's a lot of people that are fat or overweight and they have a good mental state. Me, I tend to not have that. A lot of times I'm quick to try and get into confrontations. I'm quick to be pretty negative and things like that. So no, I'm not just doing it for the weight. Obviously that's a plus, you know, trying to get myself in optimal shape. I got 3 babies, got a beautiful wife, and I want to be able to, you know, spend as much time with them and be in the moment, the present moment with them. So I've actually been doing that as well. I don't record any of that shit. It's not part of the channel. That's just something I've been doing this last couple months. This last month actually, just trying to make sure. I've been 3 years sober from alcohol, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm going to keep on doing that. You know what I mean? And just try and make sure I'm a little bit better than I was yesterday. So it's not all about the weight. It's not all about not being fat or nothing like that. You know, I really don't care what other people think about me. Obviously, you didn't make me. You can't break me. You didn't offer me anything. You might just be writing some damn comments on here. That really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is what I do every day. You know what I mean? And I'm right now, in a week, I'll be 33 years old. And, you know, I've owned this company for the last 6 years, and it's been pretty hard. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of ups and downs. And as of right now, you know, it's functional. It's profitable. We're doing good. So I'm excited about my life right now, and I just want to make sure that I'm trying to put myself as a top tier person, and I'm in charge of a lot of things right now. So I don't want to just be taking the easy way out. You know what I mean? If that means drinking less sodas, going out less, and eating out less and things like that, and actually putting in the work to run and make sure that I have a healthy mind frame, pray to God and things like that. You know what I mean? And just make sure that I can be the best person I can be. Obviously, I don't want to be out here fighting. I don't want to be out here stressing, being anxious and nothing like that. So I just want to live the optimal life that I can. So that's where I've been the last month. You know what I mean? As for the construction stuff, I want to start a faction of people out here in the valley, because I want to do like metal buildings or barn dominiums and things like that, where this little fucker, man. But yeah, if I can start a faction out here, it could be more profitable for us. You know what I mean? And I like to kind of push myself. You know what I mean? So I had stopped bidding a lot of work out here in the valley. Obviously, we did that Long John Silver's that we just completed a couple weeks ago out there. And I feel like it's time that we try and get some more work out here. Obviously, I don't want to be doing like the small jobs. I don't want to be doing all the bullshit carports, gutters, secondary roofs, nothing like that. I really would like to just be doing metal buildings, higher end barn dominiums and things like that, and really focus on those type of jobs. You know, I want to be able to grow this company at an exponential rate. That way, here in the next 10 years or so, I'm not always having to rely on the next job site, build up a schedule, make sure I got enough people working that we can always make this like a functional company. So I'm pretty excited about that. Not to be, you know, I'm excited. It's all stepping stones. Obviously, you can't just do it in one day. You know, I got to invest a lot of money into more machines, into more trailers, into more vehicles and all that stuff. So starting off another faction isn't just as easy as just hiring a bunch of guys and putting them to work. You know what I mean? I'm trying to really focus on what I want and really tune in to the type of clients that I want to sell to. I don't want to be having these people that I'm going to be bickering back and forth. I want to get the people that they know what they want. I can sit them down with an engineer, my detailer, and get everything engineered out to scope, and then go ahead and send the workers out there, go erect the building, sheet it, and I can get everything the way it should be. That way, when it comes down to you having the workmanship warranties and all those type of things, you know what I mean, we know that we're following through with them on the end of it, and that they're happy clients. So I'm pretty excited about that. He's so dumb. He have this stuff in his ear. You're funny, man. This little guy right here, whatever his name is, I couldn't say his name in the beginning. You have clients and you should shut. You are stupid and I'm ugly. Yeah, that sucks. That's one of the downsides, I guess, about being on these lives. You have a whole bunch of pathetic ass people like this guy right here that just kind of swarm the comments, and yeah, they don't got nothing better to do, I guess, with themselves. But I'm gonna try and just not really feed into that right now, and just really talk about what I came to talk about, to the construction and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Mental health is a real issue. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not gonna say anything bad, but all I know is I'm gonna keep trying to, you know, be as, you know, in the moment as I can, and be as productive as I can with this company. You know, like I said, 6 years in, and we're doing commercial work. We got plenty of work on that side, and now I really want to focus on. I walked away from the residential for a long time because I always wanted to get over there and do commercial work. That was always my dream, and now I've been doing it for like the last I'd say 2.5 years, making a lot of money doing it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And now that I've got pretty used to doing that, I'm pretty excited to go ahead and start this other faction here at home, you know, because I travel a lot. Whenever I am filming these long content videos, I obviously travel a lot. I travel about 2.5 hours every day, put about 1,000 miles a week every time I'm driving, and I'm going back and forth on these job sites. But I really want to get some here. That way I can go ahead and have guys here, and in the in-between time when I'm not traveling over there, I can be looking at these job sites and just giving ourselves as much real estate as we can, and as much opportunity to make a profit as we can. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't want to throw myself into a place where I'm not going to be able to financially support the crew, the machinery, the rentals, or whatever the case may be. I want to go ahead and make sure that I can be in a safe space where we're being profitable, we're making money. The guys that are working for me, you know, they're making good money. They're happy to have a good job, and you know, I just want to make a good thing. This company, any company, can't be ran, I don't believe, by yourself. You know, I think it takes a group. I think it takes a community. I think it takes a crew to make something work. And I feel like right now I got the right people around me: the foremans, the CPAs, the lawyers, you know, the detailers, all that type of stuff. The people in the shop. I feel like they're doing a really, really good job right now, and making sure that they're doing their scope of work, that they're focusing on what they got to do. And when everybody focuses on what they have to do, then it seems like the machine runs a lot better. So in the next couple months, I'm working on I think it's a 75 by 125 or something like that. And don't do this, get a life and get a job. You do some homework, go to school and get a life. I'm gonna be 33, big dog. I ain't gotta go to school no more. I own a company, a successful company, brother. So I don't know what we're doing here, and I don't know why. I would really appreciate if you to get off my live, to be honest. But yeah, I really want to talk to the people that are interested in construction and that are interested in steel erecting. You know, obviously, I started off as an iron worker, a certified welder, and ventured into starting my own company. And this is where we're at 6 years later. So I'm very happy that I made this choice and this goal in my life to own my own company, because yeah, it was pretty fun. You know, no matter what, even the good and the bad times, you know, it's all been a learning experience. So no matter what, I'm very appreciative of all the time that it took to get me to where I am, you know, and this company provides for me and my family, and everybody else that works under us provides for them too. So I'm just grateful for them. I'm grateful for God to give me the opportunity to do this, you know what I mean? And just like that job site that they rejected all that CMU block, you know, things happen. All we got to do is procedurally just keep in contact with the superintendents and make sure that whenever they do need us out there, that we're going to be capable and able to be there and not hold them up, because there's other contractors behind us. And obviously, I'm a steel erector. I've been out there in the field for years and years and years, and I think, well, I know when another contractor is holding you up, it sucks because it's just money being spent. Time is money. So I don't want to be doing that to them. So I've been in contact with Ruben, which is the superintendent, and Chris, which is the owner of Victory, which is the general contracting service that's actually covering all these job sites. I've been in contact with them. Excuse me. I've been in contact with them constantly throughout this time to just make sure that we're not falling behind. And like I said, I have Andrew Jackson, excuse me, going out there to go ahead and work all those different subcontractor meetings and things like that. The crane is already ready. We have the crane already paid for, rented. I believe it's already on standby. All we got to do is just get the materials there. The guys this week actually went and met up Lonnie on the south side of Corpus Christi out there, and they were able to offload all the pan decking and all of the bar joists. So this building is going to be a little bit different. If you guys know anything about ironworking, or if you followed any of my videos, we usually do puddle welds, 70-18, 60-11, 60-13, things of that nature, and we usually do it like on a 5 on 12 or something like that as for the pattern, 5 on 36, excuse me, and a 2 on 12 as for the perimeter angle. This building is going to be a little bit different. The perimeter angle is actually going to be taking a 3 on 12, so just a little bit longer of a bead every foot on the perimeter angle, which that goes all around the perimeter of the building. That's where the recessing decking actually sits inside. And the decking is actually not going to go welded this time. It's not going to go puddle welded. I was shown a detail that was different from the detail that I had when I first bid out the job site. So it seems that the engineer has done some addendums or some change orders on this job, but they actually want it all to be drilled. So it looks like we're going to be buying a whole bunch of pre-drilling bits, and we're going to get a couple of drills out there, most likely, and get someone to pre-drill them, and then somebody to come back and actually install the screws themselves. That way we're not having to puddle weld, because it's not going to be allowed right now. The superintendent on the job site, Lonnie, he went ahead and told me I can go ahead and do whatever I wanted. He said it's up to you, means and methods, but I told him I want to go ahead and stick with the script of what the plan said. You know, so if the plan says they want them drilled, I'm gonna go ahead and drill them that way, in case when the inspector does come by, we're not having to actually wait for him to go through any change orders, addendums, and look for them like that and see if it's sufficient. We're just gonna do what they ask us for, and it's fine. You know, it's not typical for us to do that, but I'm not really worried about it. It might go faster than actually puddle welding it, because sometimes when you're puddle welding it, a lot of times you might blow a hole in the decking, then you got to build it back up and those type of things. So yeah, it's been kind of a crazy month, you know what I mean? Life's been lifing, but you know, it's all right. I'm gonna be bidding some more work. I'm actually waiting on a couple clients to hit me up back, because we've sent some quotes. There's a place out here in Westaco, Texas. If you're here from the valley, a lot of people know it. It's called Moreno's Pet and Feed Store. So the owner of that actually contacted me, and we contacted a different contractor that knows me, and that contractor does Baldo. He does nothing but cement. So he contacted me, and we went ahead and got a job out there with him, that right now we're working the numbers, working the materials and all that good stuff, all the little in-between things, to see if we can actually get that job granted to us. So that one's going to be a nice one. It's a small metal building, but it does require some demo. So we're actually having to demo the existing building, which was actually built with drill stems. So they're most likely magnetized because of all the friction from having to go inside the earth and drill for the core drillings when they do all those drilling at the oil fields. So that's why I was kind of reluctant to throw new steel on top of it, because I've done it before in the past, and when it gets magnetized, you end up having to switch your polarities on your welder, and it just becomes kind of a hassle when you're welding. You got to use like a 60-11 or something like that, 60-10, a real sticky rod, and I just don't really like that. As for the tensile strength of it, I love to use 60-11 for like a root pass, and then throw a 70-18 1/8, you know what I mean, on top of it, go like really hot, like a 130 or 135, 140 pass, you know, and really get it to where it's pushing that inner weld further in, a root further in, and that top weld will look nice and crisp and real flat. And doing it on these things, it was like a 2.5-inch drill stem, so it's not very big. And then a lot of times, like I said, they're magnetized, so it's just not the best for the weld to come out that way. So I talked to the other contractor, and I talked to the owner, and like I told him, well, most likely what we'll do is where they're at, we'll end up cutting them off and excavating around them and building a pier into the ground itself, and then from there we'll go ahead and build up. That way we can make sure that everything is nice, safe and sound, and that we're actually welding to pliable steel, you know what I mean, to steel that's going to be able to accept the weld and the filler metal, that's not going to be rejecting it. So that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Like I said, the south side and the north side, when I talked to those guys, they're should have been installing some courses of CMU this week. I can only hope and pray that they did. That way when it comes time, we can do that and get those buildings erected. I did also bid a job out there in Port Aransas. It's like a city municipal building that I'm going to be bidding out there. Well, I did bid, and I'm pretty sure I got that job as well. I'm just waiting to hear back from those general contractors, but I was actually told that it's pretty promising thing. So we're going to be building up our schedule on that. That job, Moreno's, that metal building, is here in the valley. All that other work is in Port Aransas and in Corpus. So I'll be leaving Andrew Jackson to handle all of those. And then most likely, if my buddy Narcio does make his way out here to the valley, then we'll be putting him as the foreman for the crew out here. He does have a couple guys that work for him already, so that's pretty cool. But then the other guys, I'll be hiring some new guys for him as well, so he can actually have a full crew, and he can just go get it, you know what I mean, and start working and start closing out these job sites. There is one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's going to be about the school. I did have a like a phone meeting, I guess you want to call it, on the phone with the Texas Workforce Commission. So I looked it up online and to see what I got to do to start my own school. I want to start a school that will teach people how to become iron workers and steel erectors. If you guys have watched my channel, you guys have obviously heard me talk about this. It's one of my dreams. I went to a trade school to become a certified combination welder. And when I was going to school, I figured I was going to end up being a pipeliner. I tried it out, was not very interested in it, and I left and I went to go do shop welding, and then I kind of fell out of love with that as well, and then went into steel erecting. So eventually I do want to see if I can start a school out here and hire, you know, some instructors and hopefully people that are seasoned veterans of this trade that can actually bring some real good life advice to the people that are going to be going to the school. I don't want it to be something where you just pay a certain amount of money a month and then you're just left to your own devices. I want it to be, you know, really guided and really feel like you can be helped out and learn a new trade and learn a skill that can help you in life, because steel erection and ironworking, and it gave me everything I have right now. And obviously, you know, you have to have a strong will when you do this type of work because you're traveling a lot. It's hard on the body, but if you take advantage of it and you learn the certain steps, you learn the prints, you learn the rig, you learn the weld, you learn to connect, you know, you learn the machinery, all the things in between like that. If you do all those things, man, it can be very profitable for you. And I've met a lot of people that start in this industry and then 2, 3 years, 4 years later, they dip out. And, you know, that's just not the type of person that I personally think is going to succeed as being an iron worker, a steel erector. I feel that, you know, when you get bored with this, there's so many factions of this job site, of this job, of this trade. If you get bored with welding, you know, you could be a rigger. If you get bored with tying down steel, being a rigger, you could be a bolt-up hand. When you get tired of, you know, running that Lejeune gun, breaking bolts, you know, you could be a connector. When you're tired of doing that, man, put yourself through school, man, and go be a crane op or something like that, or run some machinery out there. And there's so many factions, welding and everything. And then if you learn the prints, you know what I mean, there's guys that are staging the steel, getting it ready for us, and then there's guys doing the pick list, and there's so many things in between. And I feel like I really want to, you know, start a place where people could come and physically come and learn to weld, learn to rig, and actually learn all these different factions. And obviously it's not going to be something that happens super fast, but, you know, down the line, it's something I do wish and I pray to the Lord to give me the strength and the opportunity to run, because like I said, this industry has given me a lot and I appreciate it a lot. And I was forced to work around a lot of people that I would have never probably otherwise chose to be around. And it obviously made me a better person. It made me appreciate people, be more grateful for people, you know. And right now, just, you know, where I've gotten to where I'm at the point where I own the company now and I'm pretty much just doing all the paperwork and things like that. Yeah, I really would like to keep on teaching this to people. And then if just a couple people could end up starting their own factions, their own little companies, and take care of their babies and their wives and all that good stuff, their families, moms and dads, yeah, I'd be happy. I'd be happy. So I spoke to the Workforce Commission about that, and they gave me some insight on what I'd have to do. So I got to build a curriculum, and I got to do things like that. Then I got to send it back to them, and they're going to send it to the state, and the state will actually let me know where I'm lacking on things, or if I am lacking and what I need to do better and things like that. They'll give me guidance as for building the curriculum. So hopefully we can get this school started. On the other side, I guess, would be like the hot rod side of this stuff. I did find a guy recently here in town. He has a 6.0 motor for sale, 1,500 he wants for it. It's a bad motherfucking motor, and he said he'd charge me like $3,500 to take my 350 small block out of my C10 1972 C10 Cheyenne and drop in that 6.0. So right now, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna jump on it just yet. You know, the money's not there right now, so I'm gonna wait till we make some good money, and then I'll be doing that. I most likely will be doing it. I think I might. I don't know. I like the 350 small block because I really like the fact that it was the original motor that was put into that vehicle when it first came off of the assembly line from Mexico. It's a Cheyenne, so it came from Mexico. So it's a C10 1972 Chevy Cheyenne. So I really like the fact that it has the original motor. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I should keep the motor in it, the 350 small block, and just rebuild it and then put like, you know, like some forged internals in it or something, and then like beef up the transmission, or if I should, you know, drop that 6.0. I'm really not sure, but he's talking about, you know, $5,500, and I get the 6.0 dropped in and get the whole bay painted, the engine bay painted, and get the cooling fans installed, get a fuel cell into the back of the bed. So he's talking some good stuff, and you know, it's sounding nice. So that might be on the back burner as for that. The Mustang also, I think I'm gonna be removing the hood. I'm gonna be removing the front bumper and the back bumper as well. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of Bondo work on that car, and new tires, and then obviously the turbo kit, the rear turbo kit that I've been trying to get for like the last year. I'm gonna go ahead and install that soon as well. So the Mustang is most likely gonna get wrapped. I was talking to a pretty good company out here in Penitas, Texas, actually, not too far. A lot of the people that I work with on the social media stuff actually use him. Chuy Ramirez and people like that. If you guys watch the car stuff, that you guys would know them. He's a very good graphic designer. He has very good designers that work on his team, and they do a hell of a job. They did On the Gas, new trucks. They've done a couple vehicles for them actually. They did Chuy Ramirez's new store that he's actually going to open up here pretty soon. So they do really good work, and I actually just finished talking to him, and he told me like $2,500, $3,000, and he can wrap my Mustang in like an exotic wrap. And we've been talking about a couple different things. I don't want to let them out right now. I'm just wait until we can kind of do like a final reveal. But those are things that we want to do. I am going to be running another giveaway. I know I've been talking about it and it just hasn't happened, but just the way life has been going right now and the way these projects are, I don't want to be running a giveaway when I don't have much video and much content being released. So I kind of want to wait until I get more content to be released, and then I can drop that. I have several, I have a lot of gloves. I have several Sugar Scoop hoods that I've purchased already. What else did I buy? Some glasses. I've bought a whole bunch of shit. I bought a whole bunch of stuff for this giveaway already, and it's just not the right time yet. You know, not the right time. I don't want to be, you know, egging people on about the giveaway, but I also don't want to be doing it when it's not going to be a good turnout. Obviously, if you guys know my channel, I don't make any money off these giveaways. You know, I do it just for... I don't know what you said, brother. I can't read that. I only read English and Spanish. It's a different language, but hopefully staying blessed up and you're staying safe, man. I hope you're doing good. I can't read it, but I really hope you're doing good, brother. Much love. What was I say? Oh, the giveaway. I don't make any money on these giveaways. I actually spend money on these giveaways. These giveaways are subscriber giveaways. They're free to enter, so all I ask is that the people that watch my show just subscribe. And the way that you get tallied in or get more ways to win is every time I drop a video, I ask during the giveaway, and we usually run it for a month. So during that month, I'll be dropping videos, long content videos and short videos. And throughout that month, all I ask is that you comment on the videos and you know, engage with me more, because it obviously helps out the analytics and it helps more people see us, and it spreads the outreach to us. Hello, I don't know how to say your name, brother, but I really want to say hi to you. Um, um, but yes, it helps us with the analytics, so more people can reach us. We can reach more people. And so really all I ask is that every time I drop a video, that whoever's watching, whoever does want to get entered to win one of these giveaways, is all you do is comment down below from where you're watching from, at least the first time, because I like to, just from my own personal interest, I like to know where people are watching these videos from and see where my demographic is at. That's pretty cool for me. And then on the other hand, every other time, just comment something. You know, every time you comment is another entry. So like last time we did it, it was fucking wild, man. The last video that I actually uploaded, I put the last video like 8 hours before, and I told him this is the last video. There was no like theatrics, there was no music, it was just me. I actually went to Donna Lake, I was holding my son in my hands, and just did a real quick video just to give people more chances to enter. And when the giveaway was over, we actually tallied up all the numbers, me and Moski, and when we did it, that guy had 1 entry. And those people that had like hundreds of entries, you know, that had for the whole month had been following along and getting entered and really engaging with us. And at the end of the day, we sat here in my backyard and we did the giveaway on live, and we did it out of a hat, you know what I mean? And what's up? You got that rose on you. What's up? I can't read you, but what's up? How you doing? I hope you're staying blessed up. And when we did the giveaway, it was crazy. You know, we got a couple drinks, we got some carne seca, we put some music on, and we tried to engage with you guys. And we went down to the last person, and it ended up being the guy that had one entry. It was fucking crazy, man. It was crazy how God works, you know, that guy. And so he ended up being from the west side of San Antonio. He literally was like right off of a road that I used to go visit one of my really good friends on. He lived right down the street, so it was pretty cool. We were able to talk to him. He sent some pictures to us, and we were able to upload those and show people that there are real giveaways and all that. And he didn't pay not $1. And that guy, honestly, he didn't have to engage that much. He engaged one time and he won, man. So that's the power of these that's the power of God, and that's the power of these giveaways, that you might not have to actually go and do so much to win. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be working on that. I just really want these job sites to really kick back up. And once the job sites kick back up and we got guys out there, you know, putting in some labor, getting some ironworking put up, and we got filming going on, we got content dropping, then at that point I really feel I'll feel way more excited and way more comfortable, you know, dropping some money on more and more I don't know, PPE and things like that, tools and things like that I give away. You know, right now when we're not really making money, it's hard for me to go and spend a whole bunch of money. So right now I'm just being a little bit, I'm playing it safe. I'm playing it safe. You know, I got babies. I got 3 babies. I got a wife. I can't just be going crazy with it. But I am planning on doing that, and I am planning on doing the merch as well. I've chose a couple different designs, and we're gonna drop those. Those will be put on it probably like a Shopify or like a website of ours or something like that, and obviously we'll throw them down on the YouTube store as well. So yeah, hopefully guys, we can get this going back faster, sooner than later. You know, I don't want to be taking too long to get back out there on the construction sites, on the steel erection sites. I want to show you guys exactly what we're capable of and why we have this show. So hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks we can have some guys out there. It probably won't be a whole bunch of work. Maybe in the next month we can actually be in the real weeds of actually standing up this building out there on the northwest side. But in the next couple weeks we got a couple columns to put up over there on the south side, and there's like, I think it was like 17 bar joists that got to go up because they sit inside of pockets on the north side. So we're gonna be working on that as well. But most definitely we're gonna be coming back, and we'll be having more content for you guys and more videos for you guys and things of that nature. I do have a brand new phone. I dropped some money on that, so I got the new phone. It's new. It's not the newest one out, but it's a new phone to me. It's the Galaxy S24 Ultra. That's the exact same phone I had last time, but it broke. I dropped it a whole bunch of times and it finally gave out. So I have the new phone now. I have the GoPro. I still got the drone. I got all the different stands and all that good stuff. So I'm ready to go. It's just really about getting the work scheduled up and lined up correctly. So that's really all I really want to talk about today, guys. The sun's going down, so I'm gonna take my glasses off. That's really all I really want to talk about today. Kind of go over where I've been this last couple weeks and things of that nature, and yeah, just tell you how I've been feeling and what I've been doing and my plans for the future. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing some. Well, I'm gonna continue running 3 miles every day. Try to get my health on check, my mental on check, and things of that nature. And then hopefully once this work really pops up, we can actually get some good footage. Now, I'm very excited about that. If you guys haven't seen already, go ahead and I strongly advise everybody to go check out our show, Heavy Steel and Hot Rods. My name is Jose RPMs, the Iron Working Gearhead, Recio para mis sueños. And I'm out here in the Corazon del Valle, down in Texas. So much love to everybody. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off this live already. And yeah, just hopefully everybody has a blessed day, stays grateful, stay safe, guys, and you guys stay hard. You know what I mean? Let's live our life with intent and really try to strive for excellence and live a life of discipline. You know what I mean? The easy way is not always the best way, and so let's try to be mindful and intentful with what we want in life and really work towards that. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. Y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, y'all stay grateful. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.